with his kicking game and his direction, and in particular his defence, because I'd imagine Australia will be trying to test him out. Interesting clash, this one.
There is no more spirited rivalry than England versus Australia. The Ashes are underway for the first time in more than 2 decades. Tino Fa'asuamaleaui running back to be tackled. And play underway at Wembley. This incredible stadium, playing host to a match of enormous importance tonight. Here's Harry Grant scurrying from dummy half. I'm sure he and Cameron Munster, his Melbourne Storm teammate, will still be smarting from their second successive grand final loss of a number of weeks ago. Carrigan playing it. And now the skipper Yeo leading Australia for the 4th time this evening. A strong carry up to the halfway. And Nathan Cleary back in an Australian jumper for the first time in 3 years since the World Cup of 2022. Kick fielded at the back by Johnston. Playing his 5th test, 7 tries in that 5-game career. He plays for Wakefield in the Super League. Now Dom Young. And tackled by his namesake, Hudson Young, who's actually playing at right back row tonight for the Kangaroos, more commonly known as a left back rower. England / Great Britain have not beaten the Kangaroos in a test match since way back in 2006. And can they end that long run of outs this evening? It goes to Lewis. And the ball sent underneath to Ethan Happard. Tackled by Carrigan. And Lewis, the left foot kicker on the left-hand edge. A long kick. It was taken on the full by Nawaqanitawase.
Well, if you have a look at the field, most of the English grounds have very short in goals. If you look at the Wembley in goals, they're actually quite big. But I'm sure if you had to let that go, Mark Nawaqanitawase, they would have went into about the 10th row of the grandstand.
Here's the Fox, Josh Addo-Carr. 13 tries in 8 test matches for Australia. After an excellent try-scoring season for Parramatta, 19 in 22 games. Now Tino. 10 from the halfway. Yeo thought about passing, but takes on the line and can play the ball quickly here. It'll come to Munster. Launches a kick high in the air. And Welsby with his first involvement. And you can see the crowd are anticipating what he can offer to England. And they're excited to see him touch the ball on that first occasion. He went to Johnston, who was tackled outside the 20. Oh! A bell-ringing shot! A massive collision. Here's Clark, the veteran number 9. He's played 347 games in the English Super League. Australia's defence hunting, trying to contain England at their own end of the ground. Williams with a kick. Taken on the full by Josh Addo-Carr.
Well, out of all the inclusions in the Australian team, I think he was the most important, Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. Given the front rowers, Payne Haas, and a few of the injuries. Just having his size out there, and he just showed us how important he was in that set of 6 with a couple of those tackles.
And he joins a very elite list, Nawaqanitawase, this evening. Dual internationals. And they're a rarity, 49 of them in Australian history. Dally Messenger, Matt Rogers, Wendell Saylor, Ricky Stewart, Ray Price. Who's who of football in Australian colours. Here's Hudson Young. He lost the ball under pressure from Wardle, who came charging out of the line.
One of the first things I noticed, and we're only 4 minutes into the game, but every time the Australians run the ball, there's at least one England player that gets bounced off in tackles. You can see the physicality of these Australian players. Hudson Young coming up with a little bit of a bobble there and a fumble, and that just gets the crowd excited. But physically, it looks like Australia's got a real edge in strength and power at the moment.
feel like they've been quite patient. You can see on other sets coming out of trouble, there's been plenty of room on the outside. And they've just elected to play it conservative. They make the error on the first time they actually move the ball.
Here's Herbie Farnworth. Hasn't played since August 1 when he suffered that serious hamstring injury that really had very serious ramifications for the Dolphins' finals aspirations. Havard playing it. His 4th test for the Wigan front rower. The halves combining. Welsby joining in and Farnworth tackled with authority. Munster over there to shut him down. Williams again back towards the middle. The pass might have taken an Australian arm there.
And that's English football at its best. They'll move the ball and they'll move it again. Once they get into the opposition half of the field, they're prepared to take their chances. There's a little opportunity there, but just didn't keep his eyes on the ball. There's a half gap in front of him. Little dummy, just wasn't waiting for the ball there. Number 8, Ethan Harvard. He was in a half hole. The great England teams of yesteryear, renowned for their ball movement, their playmaking ability.
Well, the incredible sporting story that is Gemmet Shibasaki continues with an international debut tonight. He's played at 4 clubs since debuting as a Cowboy in the NRL back in 2018. Plucked really from nowhere to play for Queensland in a winning Origin decider. Wins a grand final and becomes a Kangaroo. It's been quite the year.
They're very tight. The English defence, just watch their first 3 defenders just sprint up. They're asking you to spread the ball.
Good strong defence there. A lot of physicality about England's work at the moment. Munster got rattled up around the ribs. Harry Grant goes to Angus Crichton. 9th test for Angus tonight. A high kick and pressure on the back man here. Johnston, the target, takes it well, but he's immediately countered by the Australian kick chase. And Wardle, who was on the receiving end of that massive tackle earlier, gets shut down outside his own 10. Now Dom Young, almost through the line. The fans like what they saw there. He's got 9 tries in 7 tests for England, Dominic Young. Here's Williams. There's enterprising football. Farnworth, the ball took a hand from Maurice Walsh and he may well have saved a try.
Yeah, great footy. Great football. Messiah Yeo in the backfield may have got a head knock. He was slow to get up. But even from their own end of the field here, Dominic Young with the hit and spin, quick play the ball. Just able to turn. There's the head knock on Yeo. He goes down. Gets up, gets to quick play the ball. Farnsworth on the end of a little grubber kick was met by Reece Walsh, who had to make that play. Played at the ball. Saved a try-scoring opportunity. Dominic Young with the good run from the backfield.
Beautiful instinct from George Williams. Yeah, Shibasaki come up and got himself in the passing lane.
So the Australian captain's off for an HIA.
But he didn't hesitate, just put the kick behind. A little opportunity behind the defence line. Reece Walsh has in the grand final, saved 4 tries in the grand final.
England in good attacking position. And here's Farnworth. Reuben Cotter into the game earlier than he perhaps anticipated. An 80-minute player, so I'm sure the additional time won't be an issue for the North Queensland Cowboy. 22 metres away. Gee, England will excite this big Wembley crowd if they could score first, and they shift effectively here. It comes to Lewis. He gets tackled strongly by Staggs and Young. There's some feeling in this. You'd expect nothing less in a battle for the Ashes. Kai Pearce-Paul. Inside the Australian 20-metre zone. Williams out the back. Welsby throws a long speculator over the head of Dom Young and over the sideline.
Yeah, the English backline here was very compressed in a fanning out type shape. Welsby saw the space on the outside and totally overestimated Dominic Young's ability to run onto that. You could see the space, but Dominic was in tight, looking for some quick hands passing rather than the long ball over the top. But they'll put that in the memory bank, the fact that Australia wedged in there in defence and came up and in. Prepared to move the ball, England. Looks good.
Now Nawaqanitawase, 24 tries from 23 appearances for the Roosters in season 2025. Harry Grant will take over the captaincy of the Kangaroos with Isaiah Yeo off for that head injury assessment. Dom Young, it's very ominous on that right-hand wing. A good jumping battle, that one. Young v the Fox. He goes to Cleary. Carrigan and Munster. Now Walsh joining in with that dazzling turn of foot. Tackled well by Farnworth. Here's Grant scheming. 5 tackles gone.
I think Australia have got a conservative mindset, but Harry Grant is desperate to get running. He's had about 3 or 4 looks today.
Gee, Cleary copped a whack after that. Nawaqanitawase trying to get through to contest the kick, but Johnston takes it safely.
Harry Grant sees real opportunities around the ruck. Good catch.
That might be one of those interpretations, Matt.
Yeah.
I think when they questioned Sean Wayne about the interpretations and what they were going to be, he said, well, you're in England. You'll be playing our interpretations.
Again, great intent to move the ball here, even amongst the big man. That's Havard. He was born in Bulgaria. Not a noted rugby league nation. And now Welsby. The Australian defence paying close attention to him. Pressure on Williams. Comfortable catch for Reece Walsh. The test debut, Kangaroo number 861, adding to his 5 games for Queensland, but there was a mistake at the play the ball.
Harris, yeah, he's got our balance and control in my opinion. What's that, mate? Hold it there. You want to hold it or are you all right?
He was clearly dragged down by the English player. I don't necessarily agree with this modern day interpretation of standing on your feet after you played the ball. It's got to be open to some sort of interpretation, but there's a challenge here.
Jack, we have a captain's challenge.
And Australia will be arguing
Australia
that
challenging the on-field decision of a knock-on. They're claiming there's been ruck interference.
It was a late decision.
13 minutes in.
Yeah, we'll have a look, mate. We'll have a look. Okay.
they'll be claiming that John Bateman here pushes Reece Walsh down as he's playing the ball.
Tackle 1, Australia are challenging the rule in a no balance and control. Let's go back on this angle, please.
Well, he does push him in the
Just
hip.
go back on this angle.
Reece
Just back,
Walsh.
just before it, please. Yeah, let's go through now. Oh, there's no contact on Reece Walsh at this point. Reece Walsh is playing the ball and he would have balance and control, but for the push to ground from John Bateman,
100%.
the challenge by Australia will be successful.
Yeah.
Well, that's not an English interpretation.
Well, you reckon that push pushed him over?
Penalty, boys. Push it down. He pushes him down, George. No, he's up here against his feet, then John pushes
This will
him
be the
back
first
to the
penalty of the game.
That's the decision. No. Here we go, boys. Stand back on.
And we'll allow Australia now to
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
come at the English with a set piece.
Cheers, mate. Don't go back in, boys. Come on.
Haven't really had the ball in England's half of the field yet.
Strong tackle. That's Morgan Knowles right up around the rib cage on Tino Fa'asuamaleaui. near the 40-metre line. Gee, Tino's entangled in some push and shove as well. Both teams very intent on not being stood over. Carrigan, strong carry.
Well, they'll target Tino. They'll see him as the enforcer.
Here's Cleary. Oh, lovely ball. Walsh joining in. Can't break free of the tackle. That was Lees around the legs. An important effort on the game-breaking Australian fullback. Pass hits the deck. Picked up by Crichton from a standing start. Back off the left foot. Evades another tackle. That was Havard with a somewhat flimsy effort perhaps. He comes again along with Kai Pearce-Paul to finish off the job. Cleary on play 5. Sends it high. Here comes Marky Mark trying to weave through. He might have been shielded off the ball there, but the referee allows play to go.
Yeah, they're inching their way up the field though, aren't they? England in general struggling to get out of their own half of the field.
Good run again by Young. Only lost once in an England jumper, Dom Young. They've got a great recent record, actually. They've won 16 of their last 18 test matches, this England outfit. Their only losses were to New Zealand in a dead rubber back in 2018, the third test in a 3-test series. And then the 1-point loss, a breathtaking clash against Samoa, 27-26 in a World Cup semi-final. They look far from overawed by the task at hand.
That was a bit of an upset too, that semi-final. In the first game of that World Cup, they actually flogged Samoa. It was a big upset.
Tony Staggs playing his 4th test for Australia, just the one Origin appearance to his credit at this stage of his career. Munster to Walsh. Here's some room. Oh, the pass missed the mark. There was a real chance there. There was some daylight for Josh Addo-Carr had the pass had been accurate.
That's what they want you to do. Their defence is very compressed. Australia did a good job by putting in George Williams. And there was an opportunity on the outside. But they're getting nice and tight and they want you to spread the ball. And they just jam you towards the sideline.
He had a good celebration after the grand final, Reece Walsh.
He deserved it.
Just repeating the preparation for this game, Sean Wayne, the English coach, talking about the history of the Ashes Tour and how long it's been since they've hosted Australia on English soil and what an opportunity it is for these players. It's only wonder that they're lifting.
Oh, ball's been lost in some more strong defence by Australia, and Angus Crichton's got up, beating his chest.
Yeah, I think Ruben Cotter was down low. There's a beautiful hit from Ruben Cotter. Angus over the top. You talk about Kangaroo Tours in the old days. On the grand final night, they used to name the Kangaroo Tour. She'd get to about 10, 11 o'clock at night, and that's when they named the team.
Cause for a double celebration, perhaps.
Yeah, when I made it as a kid because Wally Lewis actually broke his arm. And he had a fitness test during the week and failed it, and they decided to take a young guy.
You replaced the king. Good going.
No one replaces the king.
Move back here! Oh no!
So a 0-0 stalemate in the first test of the 2025 Ashes series. In Wembley Stadium.
Did you meet the Queen, Bradley?
No, we met a couple of princes.
Move! George, back! Hold, boys.
Carrigan. Good tackle. Excellent read from the outside. Cleary shut down. That was Wardle, who's been whacked a couple of times, but he's been ever present in defence.
Yeah, we're 18 minutes in, no penalties and no 6 agains for being offside or holding down in the play of the ball. The referee's really letting this flow.
The up and under by Munster. Addo-Carr coming through. He takes the catch well, but he's tackled immediately by Dom Young.
Yeah, good awareness there from Dom Young. He was under it, ready to take it, and he could feel that Addo-Carr coming quickly. Didn't want to give him any space whatsoever. Addo-Carr with a good chase. Right here, Dom Young realises he's out of play, but makes the grab.
Come on now, boys. Hold here.
Well, that's the first time the Australians have been able to contest with one of their high kicks. One of the real benchmarks of the NRL. The way they play is getting down and challenging for the kicks. It's how they advance down the field.
Australia intent on pressuring England with their defence. A good offload, though. It finds Williams. He scurries out near the 30-metre line.
Hold.
Now Bateman made his debut for England a decade ago.
Move now, Ruben.
Short side play, Williams and Farnworth. That's the most likely combination down that right-hand edge.
Well, they've gone for experience.
Oh, Herbie's got an issue.
You look at the hooker, Darryl Clark.
It's not the hammy again, is it?
Let's hope not. Look at the younger hooker, Jez Litton. He's actually in the Hull KR, the team that won.
Walsh exploding from a standstill. You know what? Even the English fans are excited to see him with the ball. You heard the roar emanating around Wembley when he caught it there. Shibasaki delivers a pass to his clubmate Katoni Staggs. Put down well by Johnston. And the Wanganitawasi. Last Australian dual international, Brad, Carmichael Hunt, back in 2017. He played in the AFL as well. He had it all covered.
So did Israel Folau.
Correct. Here's Grant with a fourth tackle kick, plugs it into the corner. And Cleary goes sprinting after it. That strong kick chase defence by the Aussies. And now Hudson Young quickly off the line. England being asked to earn their metres at the moment.
Yeah, Australia's putting them under plenty of pressure. Good kick and chase, good ball control. England so far up to the task, but this last 20 minutes of the first half is going to be long for them.
Great tackle, Addo-Carr. Hit John Bateman hard around the waist. Last tackle, not a great pass from dummy half. He had to rush a kick away there, Lewis. The Hull KR halfback. What an incredible story. Hull KR did the double. The Super League Premiership and the Challenge Cup. When they won the Challenge Cup in June, it was the club's first major trophy in 40 years.
Made quite the impact, Willie Peters. He's actually now on the green and gold team. He's an assistant coach with Kevy Walters.
Charge. Lindsay Collins into the game now. One of three Roosters out there in Australian colours. Still no score. The first test in a series, traditionally tightly contested. Wanganitawasi stretches out. Ball around the corner to Staggs. And Reece Walsh opens the scoring on his test debut. Although the referee wants to have a look at something here in the lead-up.
Tackle free. Have a try. And review any potential obstruction.
Yeah, one of the English players, I think it was Mikey Lewis, the half. They did on the last set where they got George Williams involved and got his shoulders turned in. Josh Addo-Carr couldn't make the take on the pass. This time it went out to Marky Wanganitawasi. So you just watch these teams, someone inside shoulder of the half.
These lead runners through the line. Go back on this one. This is the contact that we're looking at, please. Let's go back to the line here of Hudson Young. Let's go now, please. Let's run this through. Just go slow on the line of Hudson Young. Carrigan finds space. Hudson Young steps through that space. Let's just double check that, please. No, we'll stay on the high behind, please. Go back again, please. Nice. The line of Hudson Young. Let's go now, please. Hudson Young's running inside shoulder and Lewis waits there, so we're okay on this point now, please. Pass then goes out to the wing, so this is all okay, please. We'll run this through. It's a potential grounding. got something close in on grounded plays.
It'll be a try to Reece Walsh. A spectacular put down. You'd expect nothing less. Oh, that's an adventurous way to ground it for your first test try.
Good way to get winded.
And the ball is grounded. Made my decision.
Yeah, there's no way that Mikey Lewis is going to get hold of Reece Walsh when he's flat out coming around like that. It was a beautiful pass to the winger, Mangawamana. And just support on the inside. They're all lined up to Tony Staggs. And the man who threw the pass, Reece Walsh.
Reece Lightning strikes in Australian colours after a breathtaking performance to help Brisbane win the grand final. He gets Australia on the board and Nathan Cleary converts. Australia rewarded for that defensive pressure, keeping England contained at their own end. They forced an error and they capitalise on the back of that. Reece Walsh, the try scorer. Who else would it have been?
There's no word yet on Asai Yeo as to whether or not he's passed his HIA examination, but I would think he's been off the field for more than 15 minutes now. He went off after a head clash with Dominic Young and hasn't been cited since. No word from the ground as to his fate in that test.
I think it was at the 9-minute mark, so we're right on that 15-minute window now. Clearing from his own side of 40. Kicked exclusively to this side of the ground. And Tom Johnston returns it past the 20-metre line. And Nell Wardle, he hasn't shirked anything with ball in hand despite being rattled by a couple of earth-shattering tackles by the Kangaroos. Now Dom Young. Good meters here for England from their back men. Played by Lewis. Now Williams into the line. We're hearing from the ground that Isaiah Yeo has failed his HIA. So a cruel blow with the Australian captain ruled out for the remainder of the game. And one would imagine ruled out of next week's test match as well as a consequence. Josh Adokar with a clean catch. There's some appeals from the crowd that a couple of the English chasers were inconvenienced, but no penalty awarded. Now Shibasaki. Oh, gee, Walsh's track, Farnworth to ground there. Lucky to get away with that one.
Well, they haven't given a penalty away yet, the Kangaroos.
Cleary sees space. Tackled promptly by Kai Pearce-Paul. Now Hudson Young, he's lost the ball.
It's his second fumble of the day. Gives England their best field position so far in this game. 0 tackle, now tackle 1, and they're inside the Australian 40.
Clark for Williams. Short pass to Bateman. That appears to be the side of choice from an attacking point of view for England. Williams working with Bateman and Farnworth. 25 metres away now. Clark to Williams. He went behind Lees and Lewis. Welsby joins in. Oh, Wardle with a juggle and a regather, but he's been bundled over the touchline.
Yeah, well, George Williams is the senior half. He's the captain of the side, so he tends to be just overriding Mikey Lewis a little bit. The ball's going to his side of the field most of the time. Wardle with a bobble and a juggle. And now bang, he's just hit from behind and muscled into the touch line. Struggling for fluency in the England team. Anything dangerous they've done has been a little bit of instinct, an offload or a little grubber kick or a... No great strategy or structure to their play.
Munster to Cleary. Cleary to Hudson Young. Perhaps just taking a little time to acclimatise to that shift from left side back row to right. Cleary dumped into the ground. Here's Harry with another dash. He wants some support. And Cotter comes running onto it.
Well, that's his second run. He had to run the last set of 6. He's got Anthony's pants now.
Cleary up flat. Lovely pass out in front of Staggs. Some space for Nwangani Tawasi. Fires it back on the inside. Cleary there. Ankle tap. Keeps it alive. Ball on the ground. Might have touched an English player. Surely it did. Yes, 6 more tackles coming. Munster tackled strongly to ground, but the Kangaroos have been awarded 6 more. Walsh for Shibasaki. Backhanded pass. Crichton has lost it. Well, that was perhaps a little impulsive.
Yeah, Munster saw that Farnsworth had come in field to make the tackle and was at marker, so we quickly got the ball to the left. England accommodated that pretty well. And Shibasaki with the flick pass that hits Crichton right on the chin. An opportunity lost. They're having a lot of success spreading the ball to their right-hand side. Nwangani Tawasi's got away a couple of times now. A fair bit of fatigue in this English side. They've done well, down by 6, but they haven't seen much of the other end of the field.
Shaun Wane enjoying a successful period as England's head coach.
Yeah, coach of great experience. He's made a number of visits to Australia in recent years and come out and spoken to a lot of NRL clubs.
Here's Morgan Knowles. He'll be a Dolphin from next season.
Yeah, well, the hookers come on. Jez Litton. We're talking about George Williams getting all the good ball. Jez Litton played with Mikey Lewis in Hull KR, the team that won the Super League competition. So let's see if their little combination gets moving.
He's a more creative, attack-oriented number 9. He's tackled there by Lindsay Collins short of the halfway line. Through the hands, the Australian outside defence backpedal. Kai Pearce-Paul, lovely pass. Wardle into space, stepping free. It's another try saver by Reece Walsh. 6 more plays here for the host nation, however.
Yeah. They haven't done their homework on Reece Walsh. He will always go for the ball.
And now Walmsley, the 35-year-old, into the game for the first time. England 9 metres away. Here's McKeegan, another vastly experienced player, playing his 12th test. 2 metres away now. Can England trouble the scorers? Walsh out the back. Great tackle again. Addo-Carr using all his experience there. He gave Wellesby no space at all. 3rd tackle England. Williams through Knowles. Oh, the pass hits the deck. And Wardle has to go back, and they've lost all their momentum. Now Kai Pearce-Paul loves an offload. He squeezed it away there to Litton, who's immediately tackled by Lindsay Collins. Williams looks up and then kicks. Dom Young chasing. It's Young versus Addo-Carr, but the Fox is able to take it. That's a disappointing set for England.
Well, they murdered that set. They're on such a roll on one bad pass. But for every bad set, if you finish with a good kick, you're in a good position. He's tackled 3, and they're 10 metres out from their own line, the Aussies.
Yeah, the English crowd's finding its voice. They're really trying to encourage their troops.
Speak of the experience in this England lineup. The 2 men off the bench, the 2 front rowers, Walmsley and McKeegan. They've each played over 250 Super League games and are mainstays of this England side. There's Nwangani Tawasi, squeezes one around the corner coming out of his own half, and it doesn't go to hand.
Yeah, he was playing in the centres on this occasion. Just talked about the fact that they've had good success down this right-hand side of the field. Here's Wardle into the backfield here. Reece Walsh to beat, got a dummy. He will go for the ball or the player that you pass to. That's the second time he's knocked down a try-scoring opportunity. Do much off the back of that. That time Nwangani Tawasi lined up in the centres inside Kotoni Staggs. Went for a miracle flick pass around the corner.
You can definitely feel the difference with the English team with Lytton on the hooker. Just look a little bit more lively. He sort of... Pat Cash, Darren Lockyer.
Lockie next to Pat Cash. A star-studded representation of Australian sporting history there. So Walmsley wrapped up and a penalty given away.
They're comparing trophies. Pat Cash won Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Darren Lockyer.
Heads reckon Lockyer look in that headband. The black and white check headband. Here's Lytton. You can see he offers a real spark out of dummy half. And he closes to within 13 metres of Australia's line. Harry Grant, the tackler, pretty much in the centre of Wembley. Can England strike here? They're giving him no latitude at all, Welsby. They're shooting out on him. Another good tackle, Munster that time. Lytton for Williams. Williams for Walmsley. Oh! 10 metres away. Williams kicking in behind. Cleary turns and chases, and he backs it over the back.
A smart play by Williams. Last couple of times they've looked to shift the ball. Welsby has been contained because of the Australian teams come up and in defence. This time he just drops it in behind, sends a message.
He's very, very experienced, Alex Walmsley. He's a big, big man. Not overly quick, but he's a big body. Clearly looks like he's going to go short to this right-hand side. Nwangani Tawasi will be the target.
He's nailed the distance. It's a tap back, but it's taken by England.
As offside for sure.
In fact, it did graze an English hand, and the ball's gone forward.
Well, Australia's at least got the result they wanted.
Yeah.
Forced a turnover. England claiming that Nwangani Tawasi got a part of that as well.
Come down.
It was Nwangani Tawasi that was looking to knock it back.
Touch the fingers of Johnston.
Well, it's offside.
In the old days it was, Bradley. Not so much in the modern game.
That's an English interpretation, Brad.
Been a good solid test match. They've done well, the English side. Only 6-0. Some brilliance down the right-hand side of the field. Finished off by Reece Walsh on debut.
He's been brilliant in defence as well. Saved a couple of, two in particular.
I just sense the Kangaroos are happy to play the long game here. They haven't thrown anything really elaborate at them from an attacking point of view.
I think the referee's done a great job. I mean, there's been very few penalties. He's allowed the sides to get into each other. It's been very physical.
Carrigan to Cotter. And now Harry Grant. And Munster taking on the line. He really knocked up the running metres in the back part of the season, in particular for Melbourne. In the preliminary final, he ran for over 200 metres, which is nearly unheard of for a 5'8". Here's Harry. Picks up 15 metres. Ball played to Munster now. He runs from dummy half. He kicks in the air. Addo Carr racing through. He might have taken Young out there. The ball bounces back. Walsh with a backhanded pass, which goes to hand. There might have been a question on the pass as well, but the referee's happy with it all.
Mate, I have no try. We're looking at onside, offside, please. And we'll look at the contest to see if it's a genuine contest or he jumps into the man, please.
The challenge looks suspect at best.
Can they judge on passes?
No.
That last pass was forward.
You know, Adokar gets there very, very quickly. I think he's onside because it's a dummy half that kicks the ball.
All kick chases onside.
But whether or not he makes contact with Dominic Young before Dominic Young gets a chance at the ball.
Well, this is all okay. Right, let's go close in on this, please.
It's gone up no try from our referee.
Well, Farnworth actually gets a shoulder on Josh Adokar and puts him off balance, which then...
Adokar arrives early here and takes Dom Young out of the play.
You got there yesterday,
thank you,
Josh.
I've made my decision.
Thank you, mate.
If it wasn't for Farnworth shouldering Josh Adokar, then he doesn't go off balance and gets a fair crack at the ball.
Go the onside. Yeah, mate. It's not a genuine contest. It takes the man, not the ball. That's the decision. Yeah, agree. Stay behind, boys, please.
So this game following a familiar pattern for series openers, as Brad's already highlighted. The first game in a series, generally very hard fought, often low scoring. Not uncommon for an upset result either.
And there's plenty of tactics around where the games are played, when they're played. Second one down at Liverpool, sold out. And the last one would be at Headingley, which is only 20,000 people. That would be like a zoo.
Williams, Wardle, Johnston with a kick in over the top. Lewis chasing, the ball wins the race. Oh, that was nice.
Well, did he have to kick? He was away down the left-hand side. It's the second time they've been able to create space down here. Lovely quick hands. Mikey Lewis, great cast by Wardle. Yeah, probably didn't have the pass back on the inside. It's just the kick's gone a yard too long. 2 minutes before the break. 7 tackles set for the Australians. There's just been enough there to encourage the English players. If they can get into half-time only 6 points down, it'll be a pretty good half work.
Back now, Al, come on. Find the space. Go to.
Clearing, feeding a pass to Lindsay Collins.
Back up, back, Cole.
And now Cleary again evades the first tackle of Knowles. Promotes the pass to Carrigan, who's gone the whole first half unchanged. He beats one tackle. Walsh has been held off the ball.
He tackles him, no, the line's set. The line's set, no.
And Nathan Cleary might consider stepping up to take a shot at penalty goal here with a minute left in the half.
Well, as soon as the penalty was blown, Cleary looked at the post. He had a really good look. Only a minute out from half-time, 6-point lead. Yep, he's going to take the kick for goal.
Do a good job of disguising that.
Yeah, that's
Cheers, Lytton.
Yeah.
Beautiful ground, isn't it?
Incredible ground. The home of English football. It's actually owned by the Football Association. Round ball football I speak of. Known as the English National Stadium.
Stay behind, boys, please.
There's not many grounds better than Wembley.
Well, it's been the scene of some incredible moments in Australian rugby league history. Your victory in the '95 World Cup final. You remember 1994, the infamous Sean Edwards high tackle on Bradley Clyde. He was sent off after 25 minutes, and yet Great Britain went on to still win that game, down to 12 men. A World Cup victory for Australia in 1992. And Cleary with no issues. So Australia head to half-time in the first test, leading 8 points to 0 over England at Wembley. The best of Australian golf will be right here on the Wide World of Sports, headlined by superstar Rory McIlroy. The Australian Open returns to Royal Melbourne Nines. Summer of golf. There's been a lot of publicity, a lot of general interest around the Australian visit to the UK, as this crowd this afternoon would reflect. It's around about 60,000 have turned out to watch the opening test.
Well, it's a good sign because not all's well with the UK Super League. It's been struggling. It's trying to revive itself, and tours like this can only help.
So a tightly contested first test coming to you from Wembley here on Nine's Wide World of Sports. And searching Australian defence once again. As the feature of the opening 40 minutes. The Aussies quickly off the line and being especially physical. Here's McKeegan. One of two Wakefield representatives in this England lineup. And now Walmsley of St Helens, a 4 times Super League winner with that club. A kick here from Litton from his own side of 40. Aimed towards the touchline, retrieved by Walsh. He's just got too much pace for the kick. Chase, and he's through! Walsh into the clear. He gets to the halfway. He's got the Fox there. 2 speed machines side by side. He got ankle tapped by Herbie. He's up and trying to get mobile again, Josh Addo-Carr, but Reece Walsh has lit it up once more. Munster with the big dummy, almost into the clear. Dragged down by Kai Pearce-Paul. Australia 10 metres away. They can take a giant leap towards victory if they were to score straight out of half-time, one would think. Here's Collins, 2 metres away. Harry Grant. A pass by Hudson Young, back to Harry, trying to find a path to the line. Young, head down, Burrows, held up.
Well up, tackle 4. On the 10, let go now.
Well, they've survived England. Reece Walsh, brilliant from the back of the field.
Hudson,
just speed and footwork, elusiveness. Addo-Carr was held back twice in trying to get there in support. Finally got there. Picked up by Farnworth.
Hit the line.
Still a couple of tackles to survive here.
Cleary for Carrigan, short to Cotter. Well confronted by George Williams. 5 metres away now.
5.
Last tackle, Harry Grant. Spirals a pass for Cleary.
5.
Here comes Markey. Mark up and away. He couldn't get it down.
Lost in the field of play. 3 people got that ball. Markey got a touch to it. Then it went between 2 of the English players.
Take it there, mate.
Again, he gets up so high, doesn't he? Got first grab at it. But they defended it well.
Yeah, Waller got a touch, and then Johnson as well.
Well, somehow England survived.
That was brilliant from Reece Walsh. Electrifying.
He's so fast.
He toyed with them.
Like I said before, he does things faster than anyone's ever done it before.
He looked up at the kick chase and you could see he was just giggling. He had far too much pace.
Well, they learn a lesson. Well, I hope they learn a lesson. He'll pull their pants down next time again.
You go down in the broken line, he will break you. You can't give him any cues. He did that comfortably.
5. Move, Cam. Hold. 40.
It's a strange kick from Lewis. I don't know whether that was a missed kick or whether it was aimed towards touch by design, but
I think he was looking for 40-20.
He was close to the 40. I think his foot was over the line.
He was trying to get himself back. Look at this, just comfortably. Comfortably. Ran around and in between them.
Okay, mate, hold.
Yeah, Herbie had 2 grabs at Fox on the way down.
yeah,
1. Move down.
subtle grabs.
Upper square. Hold, mate, hold.
He's been strong, Carrigan.
They've only made 1 interchange, the Australians. They had Isaiah Yagoff for the HIA. And Lindsay Collins.
Oh, juggle, regather.
Move on. George, hold.
So the HIA counts as 2 interchanges now, though, however, doesn't it, Brad? Because Yo's gone for the game. In the meantime, Cleary feeds a short pass away to Hudson Young. Perhaps a few little windows of opportunity here for Australia in attack out of half-time. Here's Crichton punching into the clear. Angus Crichton goes over pretty much untouched. Oh, that was flimsy English defence, and the Aussies are right on top now.
Beautiful craft here from Cameron Munster. Outstanding.
He does ground the ball.
He's kicked a number of times on fifth tackle for Addo-Carr. He shaped the kick high and down into that left-hand corner again. But then beautifully plays Crichton into a hole back on the inside. And no one wanted the big forward once he got into the backfield. Wellesby was backing away from him. And Crichton said, well, if you're not going to come and get me, I'll just run in.
Corner flags, please.
He was looking for support and then said, this fullback's not going to come near me.
In possession. Just go back on this angle, please.
He had the crack in the first half, Munster.
Hand was still on the
He
ball.
recognised far
and the ball
more
is
as it was in the tackle.
Thank you. I made my decision.
They missed that opportunity.
It's a second try to Australia, and Angus Crichton has really put the Kangaroos on top.
Brilliant work by Munster. Just brilliant. Realised that they weren't coming to pressure him. He put a number of kicks down into that corner. And this time just feigns it, plays beautifully for Crichton. Bursts into the backfield, and the fullback wants nothing to do with him. Fullback said, he's a little bit too big for me, that fella.
Beautiful footwork.
If he's beat all the fellas up front, well, that's not my problem.
Hugo Baird, the French fullback. Apparently used to take the smokes on the field, pull one out of the socks. You go, well, if you 12 can't tackle him, what do you expect me to do? He was the great goal kicker.
Yeah. You're coming back away there, Freddie. That's very French, isn't it? So Cleary for 14-0. Some very worrying signs for the host nation, England, out of half-time. A clean break from the back by Reece Walsh. You've got to say, a fairly soft try to Angus Crichton. Australia 14 lead, England 0 in the first test at Wembley.
He spotted Walmsley defending a little bit wider than he should have. Beautiful footwork by Angus Crichton. A lovely play. Cam Munster just didn't panic.
Oh, that's a shot. That's Kai Pearce-Paul. He upends Harry Grant. End over end tumbling kick from Munster. And Wellesby's been closely guarded by the Kangaroos' defence. And the ball's come free. Courtesy of an Australian hand, perhaps. Maybe an offload.
We've got 6 more tackles. I'm not sure if they count when you drop it on the first.
Come on, Tom. Don't take the half row. Tackle what is on top. Play the ball, mate. Well, what? Two. Move now. Hold the Harry. Hold.
One of 4 NRL players lining up in the England side this evening. There's another John Bateman. Very surprising. AJ Brimson, the 18th player, and further to that, the other player one would think on face value it would be a walk-up start would be Morgan Smithies from the Canberra Raiders. He wasn't even named in the 19 during the week. Good offload. Encouraging here for England. Out the back to Farnworth, now to Dom Young. Shivasaki's got him covered. And I don't know who Dom Young was passing that to. It went pretty much directly forward.
I'm not sure if he recognised he had another tackle to go. But that was a desperate pass. his balance. He was gone. He was falling forward, just throws the ball forward and hits Reece Walsh in the head.
That was very strange. Yes, I'll have a focus on the decision of AJ Brimson to switch allegiances, if you will, from Australia to England. Bearing in mind he represented Australia in the World Nines, but because that format's been discontinued, he had the option of formally switching to England, courtesy of his mother's heritage. So he made that call, but he wasn't even picked.
Yeah, well, with all due respect, I think he's better than some of the players that they've picked here today. Can't see how they've left him out of this side. Anyway, that's up to them. Australia looking to advance a little bit now. We've got a 14-point buffer, and they'll really start to play some football.
16 Owen Trout on test debut. Saw Angus Crichton's ribs exposed and took full toll. Here's Collins. Clearing into the line. Delivers a short pass away. Lewis with a good tackle along with McKeekan. Played by Hudson Young. Munster Walsh steps up this time. Whacks it high in the air. The ref's in the way. Wellesby's tackled again. They've given him no leeway at all. Wellesby. And that's a great tackle.
Well, the defence they do easy, Australia. All of these players are the best defenders in their team. All their principles, all their systems. They do it so well. You can't just go there with a regular game and think you're going to break them apart. You need to play.
From inside 40 on tackle 2. That
There
could
you
be
go.
a momentum swing.
Lytton.
That's the one they wanted. I think the 7, 6 and 1 for England have got to find a way to combine a little better. It's been underwhelming, the fullback Wellesby, certainly with his combination in his two halves. George Williams has pretty much dominated the play, where Mikey Lewis has been the best in England all season.
It's quite the kick on tackle 2 off the back of a slow play of the ball.
You can see he's a goer.
Wellesby, Farnworth, tackled by Munster. England with their first genuine chance after half-time. Here's Owen Trout from the Lee Leopards. The 25-year-old playing his first game for England. 10 metres away. Lytton for Williams. Left foot step. Takes on the defence. The ball's come free. And Walsh, he's off here. They won't have the speed. Oh, he slipped over. And then Bateman comes in with a very solid tackle whilst he was on the ground.
Well, George Williams hit the defence line and just pretty much let the ball go. He was hoping for a penalty. A terrible play.
Release him!
So Tino, pardon me, that's Keon Kaloa-Matangi. His first touch in Australian colours. Kangaroo number 862. Here's Cleary with a dummy and run. One-handed scoop by Grant. Cotter first receiver. Munster there. Tries to back out of the tackle, but he's put down by McKeekan.
Harry Grant's relentless. When he's not running, his pass is so good.
And he's
Goes with a
kicking
kick.
too. He dinks in over the top. It's a magnificently weighted kick.
He is relentless.
He's got to answer his pants.
He has. After about 20 minutes, you could just tell he just wanted to do something. He wanted more to happen. He just turned it on. He just turned a tap on.
Most dummy halves in the NRL, they're waiting for either one marker or no marker or a very quick play the ball to dart out. He doesn't care. He can do it off slow play the balls. When the markers are set, he just sees his opportunity and goes. I think that's gone 10 metres.
Well, he dropped it a metre in front of the line.
Now he has.
Oh.
There you go.
He's got the ball back.
Doesn't get much better than that.
That was a no ball. He was a metre over the line when he kicked it.
I think Dom grabbed the ball in front of the 10-metre line as well. They need a bit of luck.
Oh, speaking of ants in the pants, Herbie's got up blowing up.
Well, Munster does this a lot. He's always in there niggling and pushing and shoving and looking for a reaction. He's got one here.
Just relax. Hands off.
He's in there, gives him a little bit of a bear hug around the neck, gives him a little bit of a twist, gives him another twist, gives him a push in the head, and Herbie bites.
Oh, he got him.
Lads, come on, tackle two.
Herbie reacts.
Be careful, no. It's tackle two, share ball. No, tackle two, mate. Tackle two. It's a bit of both, boys, just leave it there.
He's tried to stay out of the game, the referee, hasn't he?
Hold us, Hudson!
Yeah, it's been good.
Okay, Herbie, tackle two.
Cut it out, you two. Get on with it.
Play the ball. Goal two, stand back on.
And then you see Munster standing in front of him trying to crack a joke. Alfie Lang used to be like that. He'd tackle you, grab you around the neck, do whatever he could, and then he'd get up and start making jokes and laughing at you.
Oh, he could go over here. Wardle just stays in the field of play.
Five. Move down. Hold here. Hold. Put the ball. Goal 5. 40. Give 10. Yeah. Matty, give 10.
It's another missed kick
Matty
by
Lees.
Lewis.
They just don't get themselves in a good
Play on
kicking
now.
position. There's some of them, when you watch the Australian teams, whether it's Munster or Nathan Cleary,
Hold.
that's what they're
Move
thinking
down,
about. From
one.
the time they get the
Hold,
ball,
lads, hold. Goal
they
one,
need to be in a
goal.
good position
Make
to
it
kick
back
the ball.
going.
They don't miss,
Two.
ever.
Move. Up at square. Find the space. Goal 2. Third.
Gemmet Shibasaki.
Back. Hold. Hold. Goal.
Harry Grant, Tom Dearden on the ground now, distributing for Cleary. It comes to Katoni Staggs. He forces a very late offload. Hudson Young was there in weight. He gallops up to the 30-metre line.
Up at square.
Australia growing in confidence as this game progresses. Cleary up flat. Munster for Walsh with a one-handed catch. Away to Shibasaki. Tackled strongly by Herbie Farnworth. They get to tackle 5. Is there a kick coming for Marky? Mark the Fox! Oh, he nearly got through there. Williams with a desperate... 6 more! He was offside. That was pretty quick thinking by Josh Addo-Carr. You fancy it'll be difficult for England to hang on here. Kalamatangi, Cleary, ducking under. Oh, the pass went forward.
Ball's off.
Well, the tackle from George Williams should have been a sin bin. He was well offside and made the tackle when he was still offside. And the referee took a bit of sympathy on him, just penalised Nathan Cleary. There was jerseys everywhere. You could just feel there was a try on. Just didn't spot the inside defender.
I think Australia will learn a lot from this game, regardless of the result here today, what happens at the end. But as far as the series is concerned, just getting the experience of playing in English conditions, under an English referee, looking at the spoiling tactics of the England side, and how England want to play the game. I think Australia will learn a lot out of this 80 minutes today. And that'll serve them well going forward.
Move out now. Hold. Hold. Goal 1.
And England very guilty of being very one out for a lot of the game in their own half of the field. I know it's tough against Australia, but
Geez, their line speed has been relentless.
well, it can be because they're running one out.
Yeah.
Now they start to move the ball. That's better. See, they make easy meters now. Run Australia around a little bit. Now you can play off the back of that.
Here's Wellesby.
5. Move. Out now.
10 from the halfway.
Goal 5.
Litton for Lewis.
John,
He
give
reefs
10.
a kick from his own side of the 40-metre line.
1.
And then the Wanganitawasi.
Hold. Wait. Wait.
Haven't seen any of his spectacular aerial exploits so far in the game.
Square now. Hold. Hold on.
Kaloran Matangi
Move off that ball. Hit the line there. Line John.
given an appropriate reward for a very impressive season for the South Sydney side, which was soundly beaten for a large chunk of it, but finished the season strongly.
Well, he's perfect to go on a tour. Playing 80 minutes in front row, plays back row as well. Beautiful pass.
Shibasaki, oh, the pass was let down.
I thought the pass before could have been called forward. And Josh Adokar got himself in front of the ball.
There was a chance there for the Fox. He just overran it a little bit. I think he thought Shibasaki was in the hole. Shibasaki got dragged down from behind, and Josh was ready to support into the backfield rather than run onto a pass. Australia 12 errors to 8. England, I just can't see where their points are going to come from at the moment.
So Tom Dearden playing in the forwards, it would appear, in that lock forward role. Here's Matty Lees back on the ground, having started the game. And St Helens front row forward. Now Kai Pearce-Paul, he's been strong, and he wins 6 more tackles for his team. So something for England to play off here as Lees goes charging towards Dearden. Wrapped up in conjunction with Hudson Young. Litton wanted to go left, but everyone had overrun the ball, so he has to come back to the open side. Lewis is tackled very well by Cameron Munster.
Well, he ran without a plan there. He just ran, and then there was nothing on for him. Now he runs again, nothing on for him.
Here's Williams. Short pass, Pearce-Paul. He's got this amazing wingspan, was able to hold onto the ball there. He wanted to force the offload. Now Litton out the back. Knowles to Wellesby. There's numbers here for England, although Australia cut them off at the pass, and Farnworth comes back infield.
Well, at the time of the pass, actually, Australia had more defenders.
Lewis pops it up out wide. It's a nothing kick, really. It was tapped back. Johnston tries to roll it through. Marky Mark throws the boot out and regathers. Steps back infield and gets tackled. Well, that was a new trick even for him.
He sets such a high standard, Marky.
Give it a spell.
He sets such a high standard. I was waiting for more.
He just flicked it up off his boot, straight into his arms.
It's amazing how the ball bounces for him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Happens too often to be a fluke. Just got brilliant hand-eye coordination, great awareness, terrific instinct. I'd like to see Australia open up here a little bit.
Yeah,
Ball moving from side to side.
the defence isn't quite coming off the line like it was in the first half.
Another pinpoint kick by Cleary. Another catch for Tom Johnston.
Yeah, this back three for England, they've just about had enough of this. It's been quite hard work for them all day. They've been strangled out of it. He's been strong. Jake Wardle, just his second Test appearance, debut against the French in 2023. Been part of a very successful Wigan team recently. Now Litton with another 40-20 attempt. Doesn't have sufficient angle. Let's see what the kick chase looks like on Reece Walsh this time. Oh, that's a tackle. That is more like it. A far from relaxing face massage by Lees on Walsh.
Two small ones, mate. I've just spoken to you. That's two in a row. Two small ones in a row. I give you the first one, then you go again. It's two in a row. Here, mate.
Yes. The body language doesn't look positive from an England perspective right now.
I think the scoreline's coming into play a little bit here. You can see the reaction when Reece Walsh got tackled. Well, all they wanted to do was something cheap. And they're getting penalised for staying on too long.
Just anticipating Australia to click into gear here. A rare penalty for them.
Hold. Wait. Clean her up,
A lot of interchanges in reserve as well. Good ball. Koloamatangi to dead, and he gets absolutely hammered by Knowles. Cleary for Young.
Third. Move. Get square.
So the Aussies have marched up the field on the back of that penalty. Harry Grant with some more trickery around dummy half.
Release it now.
20 metres away. Walsh to Tom Dearden. Cleary for Munster. They've opened up some space here. Munster back on the inside. Angus Crichton with his second try. And that looked very seamless. And Australia skip out to an 18-0 lead.
Yeah, he's brilliant, Cameron Munster. Loves toying with the opposition defence, particularly if they're going to hang off him a little bit. Loves it when players are moving around him and he's got some options. He can find the short pass, he can have the show and go, he can dig into the line. And this time gets himself through a little half gap. And his back row backs him up on the inside. Here's the penalty, back down the other end of the field. Laying down too long's Farnworth. Dearden, Cleary, Munster, lock forward, half, 5-8. And back row backs up on the inside to score the try.
They're just falling apart at the seams a little bit here, the English team. Disciplined down the other end and just finding it hard to keep up with the pace that the Australian team play, whether it's around the ruck with Harry Grant, Dearden through the middle now, playing a really smart role, just speeding up that ball, playing through the middle, stretching, and then what Munster does is beats his player on the outside, then comes back through the middle with the pass. It's been pulled apart at the seams, the English team.
Just under 15 minutes to go. This will be 20-0. And I think Australia will really open up here in the last 15 minutes or so. Cleary perfect with the boot so far. He'll have no trouble with this one. Australia out to a 20-point lead.
Well, if the Australian game plan was to take advantage at the back end of the game, it is all going to script. They lead 20 points to 0, although Tino has been pinged for losing the ball here. They were very overzealous in that tackle. There could be a challenge ensuing.
Well, he's had to go to number 16, Owen Trout. He come up with some nice contact on Tino there. He's been pretty willing. They're going to challenge this.
Time off.
Harry Grant saying the ball went backwards.
Okay, mate. Jack, we have a captain's challenge. Australia challenging the on-field decision of incorrect play of the ball.
Tackle 1, Australia are challenging the ruling and no balance and control. Right. They're still in contact at this point, but we can't establish when the referee's comms are for the move call. So the challenge will be inconclusive. The referee's call of no balance and control will stand, and Australia will retain the right to challenge.
Okay, challenge is inconclusive, but you retain the right to challenge. Okay, mate.
That was interesting. They said they couldn't determine when the ref called held.
The right to challenge. Just wait there, boys, please. Get your markers. Go.
Where they go. Here's a great opportunity.
The brilliantly named Owen Trout. 13 metres short of Australia's line. Knowles has toiled away manfully. And Litton passed to Lees. Tackled strongly by Koloamatangi. Australia trying to maintain this clean sheet. Ball spun out to Williams. He goes back underneath the Kai Pearce ball. They've just given him no room out wide whatsoever. Four tackles down, and England yet to throw anything dangerous at the Australian defence. Litton for Williams. Here's Herbie. Oh, he got jarred. Good tackle, Tino. Litton sweeps it out. Here's Williams. Short to Kai Pearce-Paul. He got it back to Williams. I think he knocked it on to Lewis. It's a knock-on.
Well, once again, Litton out of dummy half. Just that nice little bit, nice spark. Beautiful pass. He found the halfback, Mike Lewis. But once again, there was just too many green jerseys.
Play the ball, last tackle.
As he went for the pass, it just ricocheted off an English player into another one.
Hold the 10, lads, hold the 10.
He's missed nothing, the referee.
Okay, Nathan. Okay, mate. Go, do, mate. Go. One. Move, Morgan. Back now.
Tony Staggs
Hold.
played
Come on,
3
Morgan,
tests for
quicker.
Tonga
One.
before pledging allegiance to Australia. Lines up in a Kangaroos jersey for the 4th time in his career. And now
Release him.
Angus Crichton. For Keon Kaloamatangi. The only worry for Australia, if you missed the news earlier, Isaiah Yeo suffered an HIA and failed that after 9 minutes. Walsh with a huge kick downfield.
Yeah, took a left-hand turn here.
This is a set play.
This is a replay of the no try. You can see it bounced off Williams into the arms of Lewis.
I think in fairness, Kai Pearce-Paul has been their most dangerous looking player.
Hold now, lads, hold now. Okay, mate.
I think the halves have been really quiet and the fullback virtually non-existent. You're not going to trouble Australian defences unless those fellas are working in combination and throwing something at them.
For some perspective around that, Reece Walsh has over 150 running metres.
Two. Move.
And Jack Wellesby has
Hold.
not even 40. It's unheard of for a fullback. He might have gone past the 40-metre mark there. Wellesby with a pass. Farnworth desperately back on the inside. Crichton there to mop it up.
Always goes back. Stand. One. Always facing backwards. Go one.
Well, Farnworth hasn't played for quite some time, but he's actually been a little bit incisive today.
Two. Move now.
He's been one of more of their dangerous players.
Hold.
Here's Hudson Young. Plenty of galloping room up near the halfway line.
The scoreboards definitely played on the minds of the English team.
Walsh now with plenty of pace. Shibasaki, he's got options. He goes back to Reece Walsh. He gets a double on Deboo.
Yeah, too good, Reece Walsh. And you can't give the Australian team this many opportunities. Will look like a bit of joy for the English team. A couple of tackles ago where Herbie Farnworth wasted an opportunity. They quickly turned around. They just haven't been tested enough, the Kangaroos. There's no fatigue in them at all. And they just turned defence into attack straight away. Moved the ball to the left-hand side. Cameron Munster once again just playing with the defence. Nathan Cleary got Herbie Farnworth turning in. And once again, look how many Australian jerseys there are. 6 jerseys.
Well, it's the second time tonight he's handled in the movement and then backed up to score the try, Reece Walsh. He keeps himself alive. There he gets the ball out the back here. He's actually held and knocked a little bit, but sprints back to get into position. Shibasaki knows he's there. It was like the try down the other side of the field where he gave the ball out wide and then backed up on the inside to score the try.
He's hungry for it.
Oh, he's a rare breed.
He pushes him out of the road to get it.
He's a rare breed.
He doesn't care. Oh, I love it. He just hustles.
Yes, the scoreboard is starting to run away now. Some real questions for Shaun Wane and his brains trust to answer in the course of the next 7 days, if they're to even compete with Australia next week, one would think.
They need to work out where they think they're going to score points. Too many times people have been in the clear and they've just thrown the ball back in hope. They need to work out a bit of a strategy where they think their best attack comes from.
Yeah, well, I didn't really expect any better. I'd hoped for better. I'd hoped that they'd rise a little bit to the occasion and they'd be a bit more creative, but they haven't. They've been overwhelmed by the Australians, who've been rather conservative, yet with 8 minutes to go, they're going to have a commanding 26-point lead.
Well, Reece Walsh, he was the star on grand final night, and he's the star at Wembley. He's been absolutely brilliant once again. We should expect nothing less. 2 tries to him, 2 tries to Angus Crichton. Australia 26-0, and maybe more to come. He's delivered the pass to Wangani Tuasi down the sideline. Great covering tackle. He's managed to stay in, and he throws the pass out. Look at this, Reece Walsh with a 30-metre cutout ball. Over to Munster this time. Fends away from one, steps away from another. Eludes Kai Pearce-Paul. Oh, the English can hardly pick their legs up now. Here's Tom Dearden. Here's Nathan Cleary. Here's Shibasaki. And juggled it and it went forward. He was in an offside position.
Yeah, they'll improve out of sight, which is danger for the English side. Australia having their first run together. A lot of these fellas, young fellas, not great experience at touring overseas or English conditions. They'll learn a lot. Look at this, he's a freak.
He really is.
And flick past it.
And hopefully England learn a lot from this game as well. They're going to need to. They've only got 7 days. We're on again next Saturday night or early Sunday morning from Liverpool in England. I think next time with an Australian referee, is that right? Which I think there'll be a lot of different interpretations than what we've seen tonight. I think he's been quite lenient with the English team, holding down in the play of the ball and trying to restrict the speed of the game.
Does he play in Liverpool, Brad?
No.
Oh.
I remember Penrith played the World Club Challenge in Liverpool, didn't they, Gus?
They did.
Oh. Lewis with a kick. I think Wardle's been shouldered off the ball there. The referee's allowed it to go. Yes, that was fairly blatant.
Well, we've seen nothing of the halfback tonight, Mikey Lewis.
Steps across him. Yeah, we're going to challenge that.
He's got this little bit of flair in him.
Time's off. Jack, we have a captain's challenge. Australia challenging the on-field decision of an escort.
I think Australia are just asking for a break here, just to get a bit of oxygen in the lungs. Mikey Lewis, player of the match in the UK Super League Grand Final. He's been enormous for Hull KR over there, but
Tackle one.
hasn't had much of an impact on this game. Hasn't had much involvement, to be honest. George Williams has dominated the play on the other side of the field.
Tighter in on this, please. Maybe from behind the sticks, looking into it might be better.
Nathan Cleary manages to get himself caught up with Wardle here.
See the actions of Cleary here. This is not shoulder to shoulder. He leans across him and he's moving laterally. This will be an escort. The challenge by Australia will be unsuccessful. It'll be a penalty to England.
This is more about winding the clock down than seriously contesting that. But even on the kicks, they haven't looked that dangerous. I think Australia have looked totally in control with their defence. There's a couple of opportunities early in the game where they got around the outside, and it was Reece Walsh actually come up with a couple of try savers. They've got an opportunity now to the English team.
So can the Aussies maintain this shutout of England, or will they jag some points before full time? There's your answer. The veteran Darryl Clark dives over.
Well, they're on the board. Get the music going, get the arms pumping. They're on the board. Darryl Clark. That'll be something to remember. A try at Wembley in an Ashes test against Australia.
Look at the grass. What a beautiful ground.
Gets plenty of rain.
It was
Well,
rain earlier.
Yeah, had some rain before the game. Down to about 11 degrees over there.
Balmy autumn afternoon.
Well, one thing they will learn, the English, is they need to take their opportunities. Early on in the game, they had a couple. They got to the outside of the Australians, got into the backfield. And Reece Walsh come up with a couple of great saves. They're the one where they broke him down the left-hand side and come back with the kick where it went dead. They just can't miss them. They can't miss them.
We can tell you Reece Walsh has been named player of the match in the first test at Wembley. You can just about lock him in for man of the match whenever he runs out at the moment. What a vein of form he is in. A test debut, player of the match on debut after winning the Clive Churchill medal a couple of weeks back. There seems to be a lot of smiling going on in the middle of that melee. It's a light-hearted push and shove. Dom Young with some harsh words there for Tino after that all looked like it had dissipated.
Captain, yeah, okay. We'll go tackle two. Boys, calm down. You don't want any bands now, do you? Cheers, mate.
Well
Nothing
handled,
down.
ref.
Tackle two. Okay, mate. Time back on two. Discipline now, Harry. Discipline, Harry. Three. Move. Play it, Dom. Oh, three. Walk away, Dom.
Oh, Young and Tino. I don't know what's happened between those two, but it's not good.
No, it's good.
Blood.
It's great.
It's really good.
Wellesby's been completely shut out of this game.
Well, we're going to have to put the Gold Coast boy in there and find another spot for him.
Yeah. Walsh dealt with harshly by Morgan Knowles. At less than a couple of minutes to go in the first test, the Aussies 1-0 up in the series and head to Liverpool with a chance to secure the Ashes.
It's just great to see them going around in the green and gold against England, in England. Grew up with this, and it's been missing from our game for so long.
Just having a look through the history of the Ashes, which commenced in 1908-09. Great Britain won 18 of the first 22 series. He's kept the ball in somehow. Now Young has to go back and bend down, and he's trapped in his own in goal.
Apparently Nathan Cleary was talking about how his partner, soccer player Mary,
Yep.
just questioning, why don't you kick 40-20s every set? Easy. And that's what he was doing. He was going for a 40-20. Ended up coming up with a great play. Great chase from Josh Adokar. They get the ball back with a minute to go and send the travelling fans home with a smile.
There's a strong group of Kangaroo supporters. And there's the man with a few headaches in the next little while. Josh Adokar relishing his time back in the green and gold. 30 seconds remaining. And the Aussies comfortably taking a 1-0 lead in the series. Here's Tino. Can Australia finish with a flourish? Harry Grant with another run, a short pass, it goes to ground. Grant threw it on the boot. And I think both teams are happy to call it an afternoon. A very convincing performance by Australia. Kevin Walters opening his tenure as the Kangaroos coach with a commanding victory, and that man has been the star performer once again. Reece Walsh, man of the match in a 26-6 victory by Australia over England.
Yeah, it's only one game. I don't want England to be too demoralised by that. They can learn a lot from what they showed tonight, but I think Australia will learn a lot too. Just showed their class in various sections of the game. Pretty conservative by their standards. 1-0 up in the series. I think they'll be even different and more potent when they get to Liverpool for the second test. And England